What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. I thought I'd make this video because I've seen a few TikToks about the place and I've seen a lot of people making some of these very interesting comparison videos between Gran Turismo 7 and the new Forza Motorsport. And I wanted to go ahead and try it for myself because I feel like I have the perfect setup for this. Not only can I see it in person, but I can record both of them at the highest possible quality. So both of these are recorded at 4K, both of these are recorded at the max possible quality. So hopefully they should look very good. If the actual Gran Turismo 7 thing is a little laggy, well, I'll see it in post, but it shouldn't be lagging at all. But keep in mind that I am recording both of these at 4K. One of them is through an Elgato software and one of them is my PC. So it is a little straining on my CPU, but that's why I got it. I got this new CPU so I could actually use it. Regardless, I'm going to be using the Corvette C8 for today's comparison, and it's only visual comparisons. I don't care about the driving physics, I don't care about any of that sort of stuff. I just want to see what it's like visually. Now, as you can see, both of them are now in their little, like, I guess, Forza Vista kind of display mode, where the camera just goes around and shows a bit of the detail of the cars, both the interior and the exterior. That's pretty much what it looks like. I really don't like the Forza's new, like, Forza Vista garage screen or whatever. It's just stupid. Look at the Gran Turismo one and how it's all lit up. All of the older Forza games had their own, like, little warehouse thing where the cars were and they were lit up from every angle, and you can see all the detail and everything. But now there's like shadows everywhere all over the car and you can't actually have a good look at it. The one thing that I would give Forza here is that in this screen I can actually go into photo mode and I can have a quick little look around the car just by doing this, whereas in Gran Turismo I can't actually do that here. I have to go into like a special place to do it. However, the special place in Gran Turismo to do this, it just looks insanely realistic. I mean, like, have a look at this real quick, by the way. There's no way, like, you'd be able to tell. Where should we go? Somewhere. All right, let's go to Austria. Austria has some nice places. Let me show you guys how realistic this is. We'll bring you somewhere in the city. There we go. We'll go here in Salzburg with this thing. Slap the Corvette down. Look at it, bro. This is real life. This is how someone took this picture already. It exists. I can even put my brake lights on. I can do whatever I want. I can turn my indicators on if I really want to as well. I can change my camera settings to single autofocus, exposure, shutter speed, everything. I can change my pan shot. I can make the car actually be driving forward like this if I really wanted to, 10 miles an hour. And if I go and I take a picture of this thing, it just looks ultra realistic. Like, you can't tell that this isn't an actual picture that someone has actually taken. Like, it's insane how good this is, because the actual picture in the background is real life. It's an actual thing where people actually went and took pictures, because you can see even in the van you actually still have the Austrian reg. The only way that you could tell that this isn't an actual picture that was taken in real life was because of the fact that the car itself has no plates. Other than that, someone took, and obviously my driver's wearing a helmet, but this is an actual picture that someone took in real life. Like, it's insane how ultra realistic that is. And I'm not gonna go into that because Forza doesn't have that feature. So I'm gonna try, like I said, to put these both on a fair playing ground, I guess. And we're gonna go on a track to do so. So on both of them, I'm gonna go to Laguna Seca in the afternoon, because both of them have the exact same time period as well that you can check and you can slap on. It's also so much easier to set up a race in Gran Turismo. Like, it's so much easier. You can go to custom race and do whatever you want as well, but like, these are laid out so much easier. Time trial track, let's put it on this, and there you go, you're on the track. Whereas now with this, with Forza, after race and free play, go to advanced event setup, then timed race. I already have this selected, by the way, from before. Weather is fine. Yeah, I mean, this isn't selected like this, by the way. It has the drive stars on, it has the weather as random, it has the track as random, it has the weather, the timer as random, it has this selected as a circuit race. It's just all odd and different times of the day and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully now both of these are both on Laguna Seca, both at the same time, both clear weather, it should be a 1-to-1 comparison. Now, with both of these, I'm going to do one lap from start to finish, just so you guys can see what they're like driving around, what visually it looks like when I'm driving around, and then I'll go into the replay mode and go into photo mode, and we'll have a look at the details on all these cars. I'm also going to try my best to bring these out somewhere in the middle of the racetrack, somewhere where there's like not really that many shadows, so we can kind of have a look at what it's like. So you can look around in this game in Forza, as you can see, and let's send it. And we'll do one lap of this, like I said. Which looks like this. I'm gonna try to stop fully as well, like I said, where there's not that many shadows, so you can have a quick look at the cars. But we'll have a look somewhere on the track. But this is pretty much what it looks like when I'm driving around the Corvette C8. Pretty straightforward, nothing crazy. I mean, it looks good. I feel like the trees in the background just look like they're not rendered in, if you have a close look at those. Apart from that, the game actually looks quite decent. Yeah, I mean, like, things that are far away, they're kind of out of focus, basically, which does make sense if you think about it that way. A lot of anti-aliasing happening with the lines, like the really, really thin lines of like signs and stuff like that. You can see it quite a lot in Forza. Like I'm telling you, like everything, all the settings are all maxed out, so there's no way I can get this game to look any better. Because right now it literally looks the best that it possibly can. Until they update it and they change any of the visual changes, any of the visual upgrades on it. What? That makes no sense. Unless they change it and they change any of the visual quality of this game, then basically there's nothing I can really do about it. Well, there you go. That was a full lap, and yeah, we can now have a quick look around this thing and see what it's like. I mean, I could just go into photo mode here, straight up. Can I? I should be able to. Yeah, I can. I can just go into photo mode straight up, and we'll have a look at the car. Now, let's do a lap with the Corvette in Gran Turismo, and this is what it looks like in Gran Turismo. Now, the camera itself, we can already tell that has significantly less movement, and also I'm braking incredibly late here. Slightly less anti-aliasing with things that are further. But yeah, the camera movement is the biggest difference here, as you can probably tell. Also, whoa. Also, I immediately don't know how to drive this car. It's just, oh my god, it's completely different. It is completely different. I feel like I'm braking so much earlier. The thing is though that Forza has that this game does not have is an adjustable FOV. That's why Forza looks so much better when I'm driving and it has a much better sense of speed, is because Forza has an adjustable FOV for exterior and interior, where Gran Turismo doesn't have that. So I think visually when you're driving a car or anything like that, having an adjustable FOV is, it just plays such a big part in the way the car drives, or like the way that you feel that the car drives, if that makes sense. So like, if I bring this thing and I send it into like on a straight line as fast as I possibly can, that's why a lot of people complain that this game doesn't have a very realistic sense of speed. Like, it doesn't look like the game should look like that, because that's what it looks like in real life. And you are right, because your field of view in real life is completely different to what you're seeing in game. And honestly, if they add a field of view to this game, it would be an absolute game changer. I think this game would be so much better if they just straight up add a field of view changer. So this is pretty much what the car looks like in this game. That's what the reflections of the sun look like on it. I don't know if we have that all on Forza, but you can see it kind of shining. I will stop and park pretty much in the same place. I don't know about the old the old sun and what that's gonna be like. I think this angle should probably be good. Can I even go? I can't go into a photo mode here. I genuinely have to go into a I had to pull up my handbrake. I generally have to go into the replay mode to be able to access any of that. So let's do that so we can actually have our photo mode up. Yeah, it's a little off with the whole there we go. And then now we can stop on it for photo mode. We can have the walk around mode so we can look around as well, but this is pretty much what it looks like here. Right, so let's have a quick comparison with the whole front end of the Corvette. So a lot less reflection from the sun, which for whatever reason, I don't know why it's straight above me. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It should kind of not be right above me, but I guess that's what this looks like. Let's have a quick look at some of the detail that we have on this car. The lines in the paint, the lines on the actual body themselves. Here's the logo as well. We're going to try to zoom in as close as we possibly can for a lot of these. You can actually see a good amount of texture when it comes to the logo, so that's kind of cool. The paint itself just looks really dirty. The stripes anyway, they look really dirty here. Some reflections in the front end of the gravel, very distorted, but they are there. This just looks like it's smudged. It looks like there's been an oil spill and this thing just took the entire thing. Yeah, I might have to move my car because right now it's kind of like facing. It's kind of facing this way. I shouldn't move it so it's facing the same way as the other Corvette. So you can see the difference now in both of the cars. The one in Gran Turismo is, I feel like it's a little bit more saturated and it has a lot more reflection of light on it. We'll have a look at that in a quick second. So now having a look at this, if I go down, we can go very close actually to this without even going into photo mode itself. You can see all the detail in the light as well. If I go into this and I press that, we can focus it even more, and then we can zoom in even more. So there's a logo. It's very distorted, but again, even in the light, you can see it. You can actually see reflections of your car's paint in this. Seriously? Okay. The little LEDs that are pointed forwards, you can actually see, pointed forward, you can actually see the reflections of your car's paint in it, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. Let's have a quick look at the wheels of this thing. Let's see what they're like. Quite a decent amount of detail on the wheels. You can actually see the reflections in the bolts as well. It's pretty crazy. The actual tires themselves, they have their own tires, so they look very low res here. I'm guessing they're all just, yeah. What if I just do this and I go into photo mode? Will they look better? Those are some low res tires, I'll tell you that. The rest of the wheel looks good though. Like, the rest of the wheels looks insane. What? Look at the flakes in the wheel. Yeah, the text isn't perfect, but you can actually see flakes in the paint on the wheel. That is crazy. Reflections in the wheel from the brake caliper as well. Again, the text is very low res. Yeah, the tire texture is very low res on this. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's super low res. Let's have a quick look at the rear end of this thing. In terms of wait, why can't I go up? Oh wait, I'm stupid. It's because I keep playing. I keep swapping from Forza to this, so that the controls are slightly different for the camera. This is what the taillights look like on this thing. Let's prepare the camera. It also tells me to press X to prepare the camera, and then I press like A, technically. There's a difference in the lights. Lots of LEDs, lots of reflectors everywhere. There. Wow. Wow. That is crazy amount of detail. And again, you can see all the little reflectors and even the actual, I guess it's kind of like a crystallization. It's not really. I don't know what this material is called here, but this is also really high detail. This is just crazy to me. Wow. And then you can see kind of like the seal from between the paint and that. You have your little boot lip spoiler, little badge that says Corvette on the back as well. Even this, again, you can see the flakes that are in the T here in the actual paint itself. And then the brake light has its own little ridges as well for it. That is pretty ridiculous. What else do we have here? Let's go back down. I'll have a look at the exhaust as well real quick whilst we're here. Again, in as much detail as we possibly can. Very nice. Can we actually see the pipe in there? I think you can. I've seen it. Yeah, you can. There it is. There's the exhaust. Fully there inside the actual opening. Look around a little bit as well. Again, like I said, it's so good because you can actually genuinely see flakes in this thing. Anything else for the rear end to have a quick look at? You can actually see. Is that like the? Is that? I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's part of the exhaust, right? I'm pretty sure that's part of the exhaust. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the tires. I don't know why they're super low res here. What I do know though is as soon as you upgrade the tires, they don't look like that. So we have different tire options for this. It's just that the ones that they come standard with the car just look really bad for whatever reason. Don't know what the deal is with that, but I guess that's what we get. Let's have a quick look at the engine bay as well. I'm guessing it's just yeah, it's... Can I like glitch myself in there? I can't. That's kind of disappointing. It's like reflecting onto the or not the glass isn't letting me like see inside the engine bay at all. Oh, this bit is. Wait, did that fix it? Imagine if it did. Not really, but sort of. it's not letting me focus on inside the engine bay due to the fact that it's covered by glass. Oh yeah, also the little Stingray logo. Both of them should actually have that logo. Let's have a quick look at it as well. From above, what it looks like. I'm guessing it's going to be the same. Yeah, it's going to be the same as the badge on the back. As you can see. Okay, cool. Now the interior view is something that we don't actually... We cannot actually take a proper screenshot of or a proper picture of. It's also really dark inside, so I can't really do anything there. Yeah. This shows you kind of like all the different angles that you can try and have a look and take pictures of this car, but that's pretty much a quick look at the way this Corvette looks. What about reflections in the mirror? Can you see what they're like? Are they realistic enough, or what's the deal here? They're very good, I'll tell you that. It looks like a mirror. That looks pretty ridiculous. Alright, off to Forza. Let's have a look at some Forza stuff. And again, as usual, I can't tell. Here's what it looks like in Forza. Get rid of that as well. That's what the brake lights look like. As you can see, not as much detail when it comes to the back end of this thing. They really went hard on the orange peel on every single paint, though. Like, you can see it on every single car that's in this game. That is incredibly glossy. Rear grille there. Let's have a look at the exhaust real quick. Do we have the detail that's in the exhaust here? How close can we actually get? Pretty damn close. Can't see any detail in the exhaust. Mind the shade? I guess the car is in the shade. Well, try and move this. Let me move the car around. So we can have it all in the sunlight. Try and make sure that this is as real as possible. Because the times of day just don't seem to match up with both games. They seem to be a little bit off. Yeah, it just looks a bit weird. Because the sun is kind of like over there. Alright, let's have a quick look now at the rear end. This is in the sunlight right now. Yeah, it is. Okay. See what it looks like now. Hopefully it's a little better. Some chevrons going on over there. Yeah, you can see the little diamond pattern there here as well. Obviously because my lights were on, my brake lights were on. Is that the reverse light? That is just a black dot there. That is not a camera at all. Not a reverse light, sorry, a reverse camera. For the exhaust, you don't have as much detail in the exhaust. You can actually see how non-circular the exhausts are as well. And I'm sorry, but the reflection and the way they're built just looks like an old PS3 game. I'm sorry, but it just looks like that. You can see something behind this grille, but it's nothing really there. There's a lot of reflections in this paint. When it comes to reflecting the gravel that's around it, I guess that's the one thing that you can't actually, or that you don't have when in Gran Turismo. Let's have a look at the engine bay. Engine bay has much more detail. Yeah, engine bay has much more detail. I mean, it does still look like a giant rock that says Corvette on it. But it is basically very highly detailed compared to, I mean, except for that bit. What is that? Is that supposed to be the manifold? wait a second. Wait, what? So the whole top of the... Ugh, okay, so there's like a lot of detail and then like no detail happening. It's like I'm staring through the floor. What is that blue thing? It's chrome, right? Is that just what the head looks like? It just looks weird, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Everything else around it looks good. I like the Kevlar carbon material here. That looks very good. Cap is a little bit not round, but I'll give it a break for that. I mean, some parts, like that camera, it just isn't the camera at all. Here, let's have a quick look at the badge as well. Does it have as much detail as in Gran Turismo? No, it still has that weird blotchy design. I don't know what is going on with that. That's all over the cars in this game. And I don't get it. It makes it look like it's just driven through an oil spill. Oh, I hate when I do this. Okay, let's have a look at the mirror. Is the mirror reflecting anything? I can't even actually check the mirror. What's the mirror look like? It looks just as good as the mirrors in the Crew. I'll tell you that. And so not very good, unfortunately. Tire-wise, I think the tires in this just look significantly better. So to the back of this thing, you can actually see quite a lot more detail in the tires. The wheels themselves, again, it's just it has this weird orange peel effect to it that they just decided to add onto every single thing. That is what the badge looks like. The bolts aren't chrome on this, they're actually black. The brake calipers, I think, actually look a little bit better in Forza than they do in Gran Turismo. I know the ones in Gran Turismo are lime green and all that, but they look, I think, a little bit better in this game. Okay, that's good. We like that. Now the headlight itself, we can see quite a bit of detail in this. I swear, isn't that supposed to be like a projector? Why does it have like loads of ridges on it? I guess not. I guess it's not. That looks pretty ridiculous though. The whole headlight looks pretty mad. Yeah, this is what I thought this should look like. I thought this was a projector. I don't know why it has all those reflectors on it. If you see it over on the Gran Turismo screen, I swear that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be just a reflective material on the outside, but it's supposed to be a projector where it projects the light on the road. I kind of feel like... I actually can't really tell which one has the better quality here. They're both very even, I think. They're both really, really close to being even. Let's let me go a little bit of an angle here because you can actually see the little logo on both of them now. The one on Gran Turismo is, I think, a little bit low res compared to the one in Forza. And the one in Forza just the whole thing just looks washed out. It just doesn't look like there's any shadows at all. But yeah, I guess that is pretty much it. I guess quality-wise, we can compare both of these cars. What about a rolling shot? What does a rolling picture look like? Alright, and there we go. That's both pictures taken. Which one do you think looks better? In my opinion, I think the Forza one looks very washed out compared to the Gran Turismo one. We can definitely see a lot more color and a lot more brightness. And I think the sun reflections just look quite a lot better in Gran Turismo. Now that's pretty much it. You guys can let me know down in the comments below which one do you think looks better. I think they both look great. They obviously have their own pros and cons in my opinion. I think driving wise, I definitely prefer driving on Forza. I feel like it's just better. I feel like it's a little bit more intuitive. I also much prefer the Xbox controller than I do the PlayStation controller. However, I think, like I said, even though they're very, very close, I may have to give it to Gran Turismo when it comes to detail. There's also a lot of cars in Forza that have old Forza models, and they also seem to have old Forza graphics. But I wanted to pick a car that is newish, let's just say. and fairly new in both games. And I wanted to, like I said, make it as fair as I possibly can. Even though in Gran Turismo, it's a lot more difficult to find the car that looks bad than it is in Forza Motorsport. Because I think in Forza Motorsport, there's quite a bunch of cars that, like I said, you can have from previous games, which this is what my whole deal was when they said that the game was built from the ground up, and I'm here saying it's literally not built from the ground up, because there's so many things in this game that are from previous games. You know what I mean? Like car models and car detail, there's a lot of them in this game that are from previous games. So again, like I said, I made this as close as I possibly can comparison wise, but like I said, there are cars in Forza Motorsport that would get absolutely eaten alive by the cars in Gran Turismo. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe. Like this video if you enjoyed it. And that is pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.